Claudia Bazaar here. So excited to teach you a super easy holiday appetizer. We are going to turn crescent rolls and veggies into a Christmas tree veggie pizza. So come with me as we put this together. But first, let's talk about the ingredients. So number one, you're gonna need 2 cans of crescent rolls. You're going to need 1 yellow pepper, and the color does matter because it looks pretty with yellow. You need just like 1 or 2 mushrooms. You need a block of cream cheese. You need some dill seasoning. I'm using the all-purpose dill seasoning from Pampered Chef. You're going to need a head of broccoli, fresh broccoli, and some grape tomatoes. So those are your ingredients. Super simple, super easy. So let's go. We are going to start with our baking stone, okay, and then our 2 crescent rolls. So instead of rolling these out, what you want to do is you want to just slice them up. So let's go ahead and do that. Try to get them all about to the same thickness, but we can all fix it, it's okay. So next, you wanna start building your Christmas tree, okay? So just simply start at the top, and don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, and just start putting these pieces in here to make it look like a Christmas tree. All right, so once you've got it all laid out in the shape of a Christmas tree, you want to use your little roller and just start connecting the pieces. Don't worry, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because once it's baked, it's all gonna rise anyways, but at least kind of press it down a little bit so it's a little flatter. There we go. All right, this is now gonna go in the oven at 425 for about 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so while that is baking, you can start prepping all your ingredients. So we need a block of cream cheese, and you can have it softened if you just take it out like about an hour early. I'm going to just like migrate for 30 seconds so it's nice and smooth and creamy and easy to mix. So now that our cream cheese is softened, we wanna add our seasoning. So I love this dill seasoning because it's like, who doesn't love dill, right? But it's gonna give this a nice flavor. About 1 to 2 tablespoons. This dill seasoning is really good for potato salad too. Delicious. I know you can't smell it, but it smells like dill in here right now. So our base is ready. So let's start prepping the veggies. So let's prep our mushrooms. Just make sure they're of course washed. I'm gonna use the X slicer to create very thin slices. Want to leave the stem in there. So those are our mushrooms. They're ready to go. They're prepped. The next thing we want to prep are our cherry tomatoes. These are actually going to turn into ornaments for the tree. Let's just get a couple of them. And for slicing cherry tomatoes, I love to use the close and cut, okay? It is spring loaded. It's great for cutting your bagels, cutting your mozzarella balls, cutting olives, great for the kids. So you just want to put it in here. It's probably enough for now. And then you want to make sure you have at least a 7-inch knife, all right? Put a little bit of pressure on it. There we go. And now they're all sliced in half, which is exactly what we need. Okay, next we want to prep our pepper, and this is going to turn into our garland, so we want some thin slices. So we are going to use our mandolin for that on the thinnest setting, so number 1. So we can just cut the bottom off. We don't really need that. We just need a few, not too many. Actually, let's do setting number 2. So this is exactly what we want. So those are probably enough, just a few pieces like that, maybe one more. There we go. So our pepper is prepped, and then what you want to do with your pepper is just one side of it, you want to slice through it, because then this is going to turn into our garland on a Christmas tree. And the last veggie we want to prep is our broccoli. That is going to be the green on our Christmas tree. And we want to chop it up very finely so it looks really fluffy. So we're going to use our chopper. So the last thing we need is just 2 more mushrooms that we're going to chop up, and that's going to be the trunk. Okay, so here are all of our ingredients, all the veggies that we're going to use to top our tree with. So again, the broccoli is going to be the top of the tree. The mushrooms is going to be the trunk. We've got our garland right here. We got our ornaments, right? And then we have some bells right here with our mushrooms too. And then we are going to spread our veggie spread on the bottom. So let's wait for the pizza to come out. All right, our Christmas tree is now out of the oven. I would say let it cool for a couple minutes if you can, or even like for an hour. But hopefully you'll see, it looks like a Christmas tree. So let's assemble it. All we gotta do is put our cream cheese spread on here. Spread it out. All right, get yourself a handy dandy little spreader and start spreading it out. Just kind of like frosting a cake. Not that I know what it's like because I'm a big. Okay, so time to assemble. Pretty simple. So we're going to take our mushrooms on the bottom right here for our tree trunk. Then we're going to take our broccoli for the top. Nice and fluffy looking, looks good. I love when food is good. And then we're going to take our garland, start kind of placing it over here, just have some fun with it. Then we're going to take our cherry tomatoes, cut side down, and those are going to be our ornaments. And then our little mushrooms right here are going to be our little bells. Go. And then if you want to, you could even cut out a star out of cheese. You could do that and put that on the top as well. But that is it. Check it out. So if you do make it, go ahead and tag me, comment below. I would love to see your creation. And maybe you guys come up with some other veggies we could use on here. Or maybe we should do a dessert version. I think that's going to be the next creation. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys. Ciao, ciao.